Mrs. Ramsey, for the record, let me note that you are here with your attorney, Patrick Burke, for the Boulder Police Department, beside myself, Steve Thomas, Detective Trujillo, and observing for the District Attorney's Office, Peter Hofstrom. Okay, Mrs. Ramsey, can we start with the afternoon and the evening of Christmas Day?
We can try.
Okay. Now, all of you went to dinner at the Whites, is that right?
Yes.
About what time was that?
The afternoon. Nobody has Christmas dinner late.
What'd you have for dinner?
I'm not sure. Something Christmassy.
And about what time did you leave?
Let me think. We left Fleet and Priscilla. We stopped by the Walkers and then the Steins. So we got home probably around 10, which means that we left the Whites, I'd say, at 9. Does that sound right to you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She fell asleep in the car. My husband carried her up to her bedroom.
And then you went upstairs to say goodnight to her?
Yes, to kiss her goodnight. I undressed her as well. John had just taken off her shoes. He then went downstairs. Burke was playing with one of his presents, and John went down to get him ready for bed.
Did JonBenét wake up?
No.
Not even when you undressed her?
Kids sleep through that all the time.
What was the last thing JonBenét ate? Do you recall?
Whatever it was that we ate at the Whites, I don't remember what it was.
Did she have anything when she got home?
Not that I remember.
On the morning of the 26th, you said you got up around 5:30. What did you wear?
A red sweater and black slacks.
Here's a photograph taken of you at the Whites from the night before. Do you see anything unusual in it?
No, not really. You see that I'm wearing the same sweater and slacks. They were just lying right where I left them the night before, so...
Then you checked JonBenét's room.
And she wasn't there.
And you said you went downstairs to look for her and you found the note. Then you ran upstairs to Burke's room. Do you recall that?
Is that what I said? It must be so.
Well, you also said that when you first got up, you stopped at the second floor to wash something. Then you went downstairs, found the note, and ran up to JonBenét's room. Can you tell us which one it was?
I don't remember. Either way, she wasn't there. She was gone.
When you got to Burke's room to look for JonBenét, did you turn on the light?
I don't remember.
Did you wake Burke up?
No.
Oh, so then he woke up on his own?
No, he didn't wake up. He stayed asleep until John sent him to the Whites.
You mean all this shouting and all this commotion didn't wake him up?
No.
Mrs. Ramsey, how do you feel about the fact that handwriting experts believe that you wrote the ransom note?
I didn't know that. Do people believe that?
Oh, why do you think the handwriting on the note looks like yours?
It looks that way because it may have been written by a woman.
You think that this woman wrote it the way she did to make it look like your handwriting?
I couldn't say. It's possible, isn't it?
Do you think that's why she used your pad to write the note on?
My pad.
Your pad was used to write the note on.
It was? Well, I don't know what to make of that at all.
You don't?
You heard your wife cry out. You ran down, you read the note, and you told your wife to call 911.
Seems right. I couldn't swear.
And your son was asleep all this time?
Yes, until I woke him up to send him to stay with Fleet White.
When was that?
Around 7.
After your wife called 911, she called the Fernies and the Whites to come over?
Yes, and a few minutes later the first policeman arrived. And then not long after that, John Fernie, the Whites, then Reverend Haverstock.
And you all sat there waiting for the kidnappers to call?
Well, Patsy and I answered lots of questions from the officers, and we all tried to figure out what the note meant. I spoke to my older children, my banker, and around 10 I went downstairs to check on a window.
Downstairs?
Yes, down to the cellar. There's a broken window down there, and I wanted to check it out. It was open. I may have closed it.
Did you tell any of the detectives about this window?
No.
Why not?
No special reason, I just didn't.
When you went down there, did you go into the boiler room?
No, I had no reason to. There's no window in the boiler room. Nobody could have gotten in that way.
At 1 o'clock, when Detective Varn asked you to do another search of the house, why did you go straight into the basement?
I didn't really think about it. She said, let's take a look downstairs.
Well, did you know that Fleet White went into the same room that morning and saw nothing? How do you explain that he saw nothing?
I just can't explain it.
Just a few minutes after you found your daughter's body, you called your pilot to arrange a flight out of state. Why? Why'd you do that?
I wanted to get Patsy and Burke back to Atlanta. I thought we'd be safer there.
You didn't feel safe here in Boulder?
My daughter had just been killed. Why would we feel safe?
Mr. Ramsey, have you told us the truth here today?
Yes.
How do you feel about lie detector tests?
If they're accurate, I'm for them.
Would you take one?
No.
Did you kill your daughter, Mr. Ramsey?
No. I did not. I loved her. I can't believe it was somebody we know. Everybody we know loved her.